Looking at the actual brochure itself, first off, this front part is a little bit self-explanatory, but you also have an example down here for you. Okay, where it says title is where you're going to actually put the title. Now, you can edit as far as the shapes. You can fill in colors the way you want to. You can also change the fonts, all the way down to the details of like changing colors up here if you wish. Okay. One of the parts is to make this unique to your book. So if there's like a color that, like, Percy Jackson is green almost all the way throughout the first Lightning Thief, or if you read Sea of Monsters, it's almost always yellow. Sea of Monsters is blue. Yeah, it's the Labyrinth. That is the Labyrinth one. That is whatever you think will go best with your book you're reading. Okay. Now, so you've got the title, the author, and then you have a picture here in the middle that you'll need to have. Okay. That can be a picture of the book cover itself. It can be a picture that represents the book. Maybe a main character was made into a movie. You can use that. All right. I would do a picture that relates to the book more than the author, because really all we need to know is the author's name. It would be good if someone had really a picture of the book would be fantastic if you want to go with that. Something that represents the book. Okay. Focus on that, right? Your name and the date you complete it. It is not your birthday. So that's fine if you want to put your birth date if it's close to that. But the reality of it is this is due on 10/12, so it should be somewhere around there. That's October 12th. It's 3 weeks away. October, yes. So the first part you'll be working on is the introduction. Now, the language that you'll see in front of you, it's in Latin on purpose so that you're able to know what you need to replace. The introduction is like a short little idea of how you're going to sell this book. The purpose of a brochure is to get someone to want to buy whatever it is you're looking at. In this case, it's the book. Okay. So you want someone to be able to read this and be inspired to want to read this book. So the introduction is trying to sell the book, gives an idea of what the book's about, but just teases them a little bit. Then as you get into the summary, this is like your IMDb synopsis, right? So look at it as if you go onto IMDb and you look up Shrek and it tells you about a young bachelor that has to look for the inner beauty in people to be able to find out his true love. What's up? Yeah, but I don't think that'll be in the synopsis, right? Because he's a minor character, whereas you in the synopsis, you want to give like the introduction of the movie without ruining any small parts or ruining the ending. Okay. As you get into main characters, you want to list them and also describe them. Okay, just the main characters, the ones that are heavily affecting the plot. In that case, yes, in Shrek, Fiona would be one of the main characters. However, hopefully you're not reading Shrek as a book because it doesn't exist as a book you should be reading. That would be a main character, still not a book. What book are you reading? No, it's Mike Lupica, Left Out. Mm-hmm. So looking at your favorite quotes, you all worked on dialogue throughout this first quarter, right? And we're going to have another dialogue assignment. I'm actually going to probably save it for Monday to assign the dialogue assignment because I also received an email from a couple of others that are stressed out trying to finish the 9/11 analysis. Okay. So once we finish this, I won't assign dialogue, but your favorite quotes have to come from dialogue. You have to have 4 examples of dialogue and use them underneath your favorite quotes. Set up just like the dialogue should show. So it should be someone communicating to someone else. A great one is the one that always comes to mind for dialogue is Albus Dumbledore's quote of how to find light in dark places to Harry Potter. It's one of my favorites. It's so good. So you need 4 examples of the favorite quotes. Again, this is in your, it is actually in your notes or in the directions itself. In here, it actually says underneath favorite quotes, it should say dialogue, right? In the analysis, this is what you should have learned from the book. So let's just use Shrek again as an example. What you should have learned from that story is looking at the inner beauty in someone. not their exterior, to know how kind and nice and sweet they are. Yes. Shrek is mean because everyone's been mean to him, so he uses it to defend against everyone. The way he finds beauty is in Fiona, right? He finds out that Fiona is actually beautiful, not by what she looks like on the exterior, but by how she treats people. She could be either one depending on, she had to choose, remember? She had to choose between a normal life as a human being or being an ogre, and if she would have married Prince Farquaad, she would have turned into a human being, but if she marries Shrek, then she stays an ogre for life. And she chose an ogre because she actually found out that Shrek wasn't the ugly person on the inside, that Lord Farquaad was the ugly person on the inside. Yeah. Okay, so the analysis is what you should have learned. Your rating, what you liked and disliked. You can read an entire book and end up disliking it. That's fine. But rate it. Tell me what this book's like. I want to be able to take these brochures and eventually turn them over to other students and be like, hey, this is what this person thought of this book. Well, I'm hoping all of them. That's why you're all going to be doing one of these. Okay. And then so that's the front side of your brochure, right? So that's the front side of your brochure. On the back side, you are going to be using our exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. If you need to reference what needs to be in each of those sections, look at one of your plot charting diagrams, which we'll also do another one of even after 9/11, even after the 9/11 analysis, because we're setting up a way you can actually track a plot every time to understand a story. This should make understanding a story easier. So this would be the back side of your brochure, whereas the front side just kind of makes someone want to be interested in the book. Okay. You should be detailed and descriptive. That's why you have plenty of space to write. So you asked a question about the gingerbread man or other characters. This would probably be a good place to have in the rising action of the conflicts that are key. He asked about Shrek and the gingerbread man. Okay. All right. Questions about, I wanted to show you, you can even see how you're going to be graded on this through your rubric. Okay, everything's already posted up there for you. It's literally within Google Classroom for you to see. It has questions in here that as you finish your brochure, you want to check to make sure that you can answer yes to those questions in order to receive full credit. Or not even just yes, but did you do a top-notch job on it? Questions about this assignment before we move on? You guys are good? Again, everything should be turned in on this document. You each have one at this point, or should have one. It should open up and let you edit. Hopefully I set that up correctly and I didn't mess that up, because that would take some time to fix. We good? Questions, concerns? Okay.